Associated Lightning Rod, Route 22 in Millerton, installing lightning protection for homes and businesses for well over 50 years. 518-789-4603, ALRCI.com on the web. Sagala Turnkey Housing, Route 7 in Canaan, an authorized independent builder for Westchester Modular Homes. 860-824-0019, Sagalas.com. Roaring Oaks Florist in Lakeville, Connecticut. Unique designs with personal attention. RoaringOaksFlorist.com. Dave's TV, Route 44 in Millerton, New York. Everything for home entertainment, video, audio, satellite TV. 518-789-3881. Dave'sTV.net. McEnroe Organic Farm Market, Route 22 in Millerton, open year-round, 7 days a week. 518-789-4191. McEnroeOrganicFarm.com. Northeast Muffler, Route 22 in Millerton, New York. 518-789-3669. On Facebook, Northeast Muffler. Morning. Welcome to Sunday of the Country on Robin Hood Radio and the Robin Hood Radio Network. Marshall Miles in the air chair. FM is right by my side. AM is in the building as always, as we're around here until 12 noon today. A reminder, Sharon Fire Department Ambulance Squad has their pancake breakfast today, running from 7 until 10:30. It's a great way to have breakfast and support your volunteer ambulance squad as well. So that's today at the Sharon Firehouse, Sharon Fire Department pancake breakfast at the Firehouse on West Main Street in Sharon. Also going on today, beginning at 10 o'clock, is another one of the famous Audubon mushroom walks with none other than Dave Payton. It runs from 10 until 12 today. For more information, you can call 860-364-0520. All ages are welcome. $10 for adults, $5 for children under 12. They would appreciate if you pre-registered, though, so see if you can reach them there this morning before you head out for that 10 o'clock walk to discover mushrooms.
Hey, tonight, gonna be tonight. Don't you know I'm flying tonight, tonight. Hey, come on, gonna chase tomorrow tonight, tonight. Gonna get it to the rafters of speed now. Jody's gonna get religion all night long. Hey, come on, gonna hear the song tonight, tonight. Gonna get it to the rafters, watch me now. Jody's gonna get religion all night long. Hey, tonight, gonna be tonight. Don't you know I'm flying tonight, tonight,
Creedence Clearwater Revival on Robin Hood Radio. Hey tonight and hey today. We're getting through another beautiful weekend here in the tri-state region. Lots to see and do. Sharon Playhouse, of course, opened up last night with none other than what? Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. We've got several interviews we're going to play throughout the day today about that. By the way, I want to pass this along, a reminder in response to the closing of the only grocery store in Millerton, Northeast Dutchess Transit, providing shopping trips to Freshtown and Amenia on Tuesdays and Fridays, leaving from the Northeast Community Center at 1. If a client is unable to get to the Community Center on South Center Street, they'll pick up the client at home if it works within the schedule. You have to pre-register. It's a first-come, first-served basis, $5 for the round trip. More information or to register for a ride, 518-592-1399, extension 5. That's 518-592-1399, extension 5. Programming and underwriting support for Robin Hood Radio from Dino's Pizza, 24 Millerton Road in Lake. Pizza, Stromboli's, calzones, lunch, dinner, eat-in, take-out, and delivery too. 860-435-2299, dinospizza.net on the web.
Hi, I'm Ray from Mack and Rose in Millerton, and I support our local NPR station, WHDD.
To show your support for the nation's smallest NPR affiliate, you can do it one of three ways. You can go online, robinhoodradio.com, click on Make a Donation. You can mail a check, address it to WHCD 67 Main Street, Sharon, Connecticut, 06069. Make the check payable to Tri-State Public Communications. Or you can phone in a credit card request at 860-364-4640. Underwriting support from Sharon Hospital. Your birthing experience is personalized to your needs. Spacious, private suites provide a comfortable and memorable experience for your family. Visit healthquest.org/Sharon Hospital Birthing. It's 12 minutes past the hour on Robin Hood Radio.
Sometimes when the world is sleeping, there's a light behind my weary eyes. Even deeper than this life I'm dreaming. Love will, love will, love will come true. Like the ocean sung inside a shell, or two lovers caught up in the spell. All the wishes from the deepest well, they will, they will, they will come true. I know when the world is cold, the truth is hard to find. But all the love you'll ever need to know is waiting deep I know when the world is cold, the truth is hard to find. But all the love you'll ever need to know is waiting deep inside. And for all the times you really mean it, when your heart tells you it's more than a dream, if you wish it with the deepest feeling, love will, love will, love will come true. Love will, love will, love will come true.
Robin Hood Radio. Good morning on Sunday in the Country. A reminder, once again, the Sharon Fire Department Ambulance Squad, their pancake breakfast is underway. Runs till 10:30 this morning at the firehouse in Sharon. So, hey, want to put a little love in your heart or your stomach? Why not go there and do that? And once again, coming up in just about 35 or 40 minutes, if you missed it and you'd like to go on it again, there is another mushroom hike with Dave Payton at Sharon Audubon today from 10 until 12. It'll take place at the Wildlife Sanctuary and will not involve collecting mushrooms. All ages are welcome, $10 for adults, $5 for children under 12. If you could pre-register, it'd be great. Call ahead at 860-364-0520. But that is going on today at the Sharon Audubon Center. Let's continue with the music now. Sunday in the Country on Robin Hood Radio.
Okay, I forgot about the trash. I didn't trim the long hairs on my mustache. I did buy you a ring, I believe it was back in '93. All right, I I admit I forgot our anniversary. I did pick up the baby this morning at the nursery. That ain't no big thing. It's a gold star for me. You get tired and disgusted with me when I can't be just what you want me to be. I still love you and I try real hard. I swear one day you'll have a brand new car. I even asked the Lord to try to help me. He looked down from heaven, said to tell you, please just be patient. I'm a work in progress. I'm sorry I got mad waiting in the truck. It seemed like hours you getting all dressed up just to go to Shoney's on a Wednesday night. I read that book you gave me about Mars and Venus. I think it's sinking in, but I probably need to reread it. But I'm starting to see now what you've been saying is right. You get tired and disgusted with me when I can't be just what you want me to be. I still love you and I try real hard. I swear one day you'll have a brand new car. I even asked the Lord to try to help me. He looked down from heaven, said to tell you, please just be patient. I'm a work in progress. Well, when you bought me those clogs, but my heels get hot down by the muffler on my hog. I'm sure they're stylish, but I'll take my boots. And I try to do that health thing like you want me to do, but that low fat and no fat's getting hard to chew. Now I love your cooking, honey, but sometimes I need some real food. You get tired and disgusted with me when I can't be just what you want me to be. I still love you and I try real hard. I swear one day you'll have a brand new car. I even asked the Lord to try to help me. He looked down from heaven, said to tell you, please just be patient. I'm a work in progress. Oh, honey, just be patient now. I'm a work in progress. Oh, I need a major tune-up. Maybe a full body-off restoration. I'm tore up.
Robin Hood Radio, that's Alan Jackson. And work in progress. Hey, we'll take a look at that tri-state forecast. That comes your way in just a few moments. Programming and underwriting support from Picante's Southwest Mexican Grill, 227 Main Street, Lakeville, offering fresh, authentic Mexican cuisine. Now with a full-service bar. Wednesdays are margarita nights. They're open daily, 860-596-4225. On the web, picanteslakeville.com. And you'll also find them on Facebook. It's 20 past the hour.
Here is your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. This afternoon, sunny skies will continue, upper 70s. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, upper 50s. Monday, we're mostly sunny, low 80s. Monday night, we'll have some increasing clouds, mid 60s. And Tuesday, will be mostly cloudy with some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, near 80. Wednesday, mix of sun and clouds, near 80. I'm meteorologist Jeff Roberts for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 66. At the Sharon Playhouse, it is opening night. It is, I can't believe there's only this show and another show left for the main season. But tonight is the opening night of Joseph the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And I tell you what, you got some cast members obviously here and stuff, but also some ticket winners here that got their lunch from J.P. Gifford to come here tonight. So you're now well into the season, and this is the third big show.
It is the third big show. The fourth show, but the third big show.
I mean, you've done. I mean, explain what the difference is between this year's crowds and last year when you first took over here, because I just noticed a vibrancy around the building that's just amazing.
Well, I think I noticed it too as well, Marshall. What I think last year, since Robert and I were new, people weren't quite sure of who we were, what we were doing, would they like what we were doing. So we just tried to do our best, and I think it has paid off this year that people know that if they come to the Sharon Playhouse, they're going to have a nice time. The bar is lovely, the shows are nice, and like you said, the vibe is just really nice.
And more what I've heard from just people that have gone to the shows and got into the shows and come out of the shows, my brother included. My brother just moved back here from New Jersey. And he came out and he said, when you're in there, you just totally lose the fact that you're in Sharon, Connecticut. You lose the fact that you're in a summer stock theater, and you just feel like you've walked out when you come out of it, like you've seen a Broadway show. I mean, and I've heard that from more than one person, not only my brother.
That is the biggest compliment I think we can get, and I can't tell you how that makes me feel. And I know Robert feels the same, and the whole staff, that we are striving to do our very best, and that it is being so well received. We just couldn't be happier.
Now that you guys took over the Playhouse when it was after it had a couple of rough years, but you've just brought in shows, and the people are turning up to see the shows. But more than that, what I like on your social media presence isn't only you guys, even though you guys are all over social media, but you see different cast members getting up, posting on social media. You get to know them ahead of the show.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, you could see Robert and me, shilling ourselves all over the place, but who wants to see that at this point? It's we've always found it best to get a cast member there. They're fresh, they're excited to be here, or at least we hope they are, and they're going to be a good representation of the show, more than anybody else could be, because they're actually living it.
Now, what amazes me is when I see your video shots that you put out, and when I hear people talk about your lighting and your sound and the way the stage looks, and the costuming really just blows people away. I mean, it really is an unbelievable production that you put on, and I don't think people realize the amount of people behind the scenes that it takes to do that.
Oh, there's so many people. I mean, obviously, Robert and I and Wendy are working very hard to get these things done, but we couldn't do it without our wonderful tech director, Tom Sweats. He makes sure every one of these sets that you see in these shows fits, because we rent. This one we actually built, but we, Tom designed it, but the Beauty set and the Crazy for You set, they were for much larger stages, but you probably wouldn't know that unless you actually knew that, because they fit so beautifully on our stage.
Well, I just know that what makes it even more amazing, if anybody's ever... I acted on this stage in The Music Man, and the wings aren't big, it's not a huge stage, and to put on a performance that's all-encompassing like that, where the audience becomes involved, you just can't tell that it's... Honest to gosh, the way that it's put on, you can't tell that it's on a smaller stage when you're out in the audience.
Yeah, there are, as you know, so many returning patrons who come see the shows who know what it is backstage, and who will look and go, where did you put everything? It's like, oh, it's magic. And with Beauty and the Beast, it was Disney magic. But Crazy for You, we had a car on stage. It came on stage, and it went off stage, and there were 4 or 5 buildings, and they moved around. And Beauty and the Beast, we had a castle filling half the stage. But when we didn't want to see it, we didn't see it.
So now let's talk about this. This show is going to run. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat runs through August 25th. Then Nonsense will start, and that starts August 30th.
Yep. Let's talk about this one, because that's why you're here tonight. We'll talk about Nonsense at the end of the month. No, it's going to be wonderful as well. This is an all-new, fresh production of Joseph. It's celebrating its anniversary, 50 years since it has been written. I can tell you, Marshall, I've been around 4 or 5 different productions of this show over the years, and not one of them has been the same. And that, I think, is one thing that people really love about this show is, let's go see Joseph. What is this company going to do with it? What are they not changing a word, not changing a lick of music, but what is the vibe going to be? What is the theme going to be? Is there a concept? And this show really lends itself to that. And we have a good one.
Well, what's great about this show, and I said it before, I had seen the show years ago. I mean, when it was on Broadway, and I didn't dislike it, but it didn't really do anything for me. But then years ago, Michael Berkeley brought it here, and I saw it, and I fell in love with it, and I saw it 2 other times because it just makes you feel so damn good.
Right. It's one of those shows. There are pastiche songs. There's really great Andrew Lloyd Webber, Tim Rice things going on. It's not heavy. It's an enjoyable. It moves quickly, and it is exciting. Oh, and in reference to you just mentioned Michael Berkeley, on display in our lobby is the original Joseph coat from that 2003 production, loaned to us by Michael, and it's really beautiful. And we wanted to pay homage to that. One of our board members, as you know, Sarah Combs, who directed our production of Crazy for You, was the narrator in that production. So it's like old home week.
It's great. Well, all I could say is that Alan, you and Robert have done an amazing job here. Can you believe that you're so far into the season already, or are you guys just so busy that you don't even recognize?
All of the above. We actually do, because we're thinking about next year. And we still have, like you said, we have Joseph. We have Aladdin Kids that starts rehearsals for the little kids next week. We have Nonsense. Our Spotlight event is coming up in September. We are, I'm going to announce it to you right now. We are teaming with the Salisbury Sinfonetta again this year. We are doing a production of HMS Pinafore here at the Playhouse at the top of October.
I knew that simply because they actually are underwriting with us to promote that fact.
I was scooped.
You're a scoop, but and that's a whole different show but it's still a lot of fun. I think that's one of the great things that you've done here is the shows you've brought. People really want to see again.
I think that's the key. I can't speak of the past because I was not here, but I do know from where I've worked before, where Robert has worked before, you got to give the people what they want, and this is obviously what this community wants. This isn't a resort town. We all know that. It's a weekender town and a residence town, and so it's a smaller group of people to pull from. So what do you want to see? What do they want to see? And that's what we're here to give them.
And also the experience, I think what you do with the youth theater to bring kids into, and also in your regular productions to bring in people that have been in productions throughout the area. Once again, the way you're melding it all together is the way I think this theater always was meant to be presented.
I think you're absolutely right, especially like I said, because it's not a resort theater. It's not every weekend there's new people. People want to see their friends. There is so much talent up here. We say this all the time. Every time I talk to you, that there is so much talent. Why would I need to go anywhere else? Do I bring in certain people for certain things? Absolutely. And then fill it in with union professionals, non-union professionals, local professionals, and everybody in between.
I guess the thing that really amazes me is being involved with it is the tech aspect of it, the lighting and the sound. It's not that easy to do when you have that many people on a stage like that, and the lighting and everything like that, and every aspect of what you do, not only the dancing, not only the costumes and the acting, but right down to the things that people just don't think about when they sit in the seats, is really amazing. And I love what you do when you take pictures of the audience also and post it up there, because it just shows how engaged the audience is.
And well, we couldn't do it without them, honestly. I mean, the $20 nights that we have on Thursdays is a great success, but our audiences are filling up every night now, this season especially, because, again, I think people are happy and they want something to do, and they're happy to come here because they know they're going to get some quality and a bang for their buck, so to speak.
Well, it's Joseph the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat running through August 25th, 860-364-7469 or SharonPlayhouse.org. Alan, I caught him right after he has dinner and before he's getting ready to do more work. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you so much, Miles.
You say you'll be down in 5. The smell of your perfume is floating down the stairs. You're fixing up your hair like you do. I know that I'll be a mess the second that I see you. You won't be surprised, it happens every time, it's nothing new. It's always on a night like tonight, I thank God you can read my mind. Cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, cause watching you is all that I can do. And And I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time, I'm just as nervous. Every time you walk into the room, I'm speechless. It started when you said hello. Just did something to me. And I've been in a daze ever since the day that we met. You took the breath out of my lungs, can't even fight it. And all of the words out of my mouth without even trying. And I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time, I'm just as nervous. Every time you walk into the room, I'm speechless. Yeah, baby. It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind. 'Cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless. You're standing there in that dress. Girl, it ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. Oh, I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time, I'm just as nervous. Every time you walk into the room, I'm speechless. Oh, you know it, baby.
Dan Shay on Robin Hood Radio on Sunday in the Country with Marshall Miles in the air chair today. A reminder, hey, you can catch me Monday through Friday, 6 to 9, right here on Robin Hood Radio on the Robin Hood Radio Network with The Breakfast Club, and every Monday through Friday in between 6 and 7, we're live on Facebook Live. Get a chance to see what's going on behind the microphone then. Here's Brooks and Dunn, Robin Hood Radio.
When the sun goes down on my side of town, that lonesome feeling comes to my door, and the whole world turns blue. There's a rundown bar across the railroad track. I got a table for two way in the back where I settle home. Think of losing you. I spend most every night beneath the light of a neon moon. Now if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a neon moon. I think of two young lovers running wild and free. I close my eyes and sometimes see you in the shadows of this smoke-filled room. No telling how many tears I've sat here and cried, or how many lies that I've lied, telling my poor heart she'll come back someday. Oh, but I'll be alright as long as there's light from a neon moon. Oh, if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely songs seem to say what I think, and it's hurt inside of me. Ain't never gonna end. Oh, but I'll be alright as long as there's light from a neon moon. Oh, if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely. To watch your broken dreams dancing out of the beams of a neon moon. To watch your broken dreams dancing out of the beams of a neon moon. Oh, watch your broken dreams dancing out of the beams of a neon moon.
Neon Moon, Brooks and Don Roddy here on Robin Hood Radio. Marshall Miles with you until 12 noon. We'll take a look at some of the events going on in and around our tri-state region and also check the forecast in just a few moments. Programming and underwriting support from Stadium System Retail Store, Ashley Falls Road, Canaan. With all your shoe needs taken care of. Red Wing, Irish Setter, work boots, along with New Balance sneakers and Merrill shoes. For nasty weather, they also offer muck boots. More information, 860-824-4300. You'll also find them on Facebook. Our community calendar of coming events on Robin Hood Radio, underwritten by Hilton Hunt Salon, Route 44 East in Millerton. Who cuts your hair? Hilton Hunt, of course, 518-789-9390. On the web, HiltonHuntSalon.com. Birdie's Bar and Grill at the Canaan Country Club. Pub food with daily specials, open every day. 860-824-7683 on Facebook and on the web, CanaanCountryClub.com. And Merritt Bookstore and Toys, 5557 Front Street, Millbrook, serving Hudson Valley readers with books and toys for over 30 years. Open 7 days a week on the web, MerrittBooks.com. Everybody invited to share a free community dinner at the Millerton Presbyterian Church on Friday, August 16th from 6 till 7 p.m. Now, in addition to that free meal, there'll be an opportunity to shop for free household items and clothing for your family. The church is located at 58 Main Street in Millerton. The dinner is made possible by a grant from the Berkshire Taconic Community Foundation. Now, if you're a not-for-profit or public service organization has an event going on that you'd like to publicize, we'd like to help you out. RobinHoodRadio.com. Click on Contact Us. Click on Submit PSA. Once you're there, make sure you fill out that order line completely. And once you fill it out, click Submit. The only rule we have? It's just one very simple rule, and that is, as long as you don't pay for it elsewhere, we'll put it on the air absolutely free on Robin Hood Radio and the Robin Hood Radio Network. WHCD, it's 40 minutes past the hour.
Here is your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. This afternoon, sunny skies will continue, upper 70s. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, upper 50s. Monday, we're mostly sunny, low 80s. Monday night, we'll have some increasing clouds, mid 60s. And Tuesday, will be mostly cloudy with some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, near 80. Wednesday, mix of sun and clouds, near 80. I'm meteorologist Jeff Roberts for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 66. It is time once again for another one of those fun summer events that pop up in our area. And even though we're really in late summer, it's still a fun summer event, and that is Grillsdale. And it's this year, Grillsdale 2019. And it's Saturday, August 24th from 7 to 11 p.m. In Hillsdale, New York, in that great park, Roloff Jansen Park. And this year's title is Flame On. And once again, we have with us talking about Grillsdale this year, Joanna Varela. Joanna, thanks for joining us again today.
Oh, thanks for having me, Marshall.
So before we got on the air, I said this is the fourth year now?
This is the fourth year,
yeah.
And it has sold out every year.
Well, you look at it, and you like events that are so diverse and so inclusive, but also B, they take part in the great outdoors in our area, and people can get to them easily, and And even though they come up every year, there's enough of a change of a difference each year that makes the event still fresh every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I look at your website. By the way, if you want more information on Grillsdale 2019, grillsdale.com, grillsdale.com. They're also on Facebook and the like. But you know, it's a very simple thing. If you like local food and you like to eat food from local chefs and have your libations be local and also have live music, this has it all for you.
Yeah, it's a juggernaut. It really has everything.
So let's talk about some of the highlights. Would you see some of the highlights this year at Grillsdale 2019? Flame on.
Oh, okay. So this year we have a lot more new chefs coming to the event. We have 3 champions returning. Bobby Helen of Otto's Market won last year for his brisket taco, and he's coming back. And Jack Peel of Jacuterie, who won in 2016, is coming back. And Joe Bukubian of The Farmer's Wife, who won in 2017, is coming back. So along with them, we have Christopher Schramm of the West Taganac Diner, or Taconic Diner. He's coming back. And we have music from Boston, from a traditional ska band called The Void Union. And we have a lot of other surprises in store, such as a raffle that will support, the proceeds of that will support the Harlem Valley Rail Trail.
Well, that's something I wanted to point out here. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Everybody's going to have a great time. There's lots of great food and lots of great music. But way deep down at the heart of it, the Harlem Valley Rail Trail, which has been expanding year after year and improving year after year, this goes to support that.
Yeah. We collect a lot of interesting prizes from sponsors, and we raffle them off at the event, and all the proceeds go to the Harlem Valley Rail Trail.
You know, it's such a great idea, and sooner or later, it's going to be connected up with over to Chatham and everything like that. It just is, when you think about this, and how it's grown over the years, it really is amazing. But I also get back to what you've done with Grillsdale 2019 itself in Hillsdale at the Rojam Park, and you've created something that has, and it's very hard to do in a short period of time, become one of those staple of summers that people not only who visit our area or who weekend in our area, but people who live in our area want to go to.
Oh, absolutely. People come up to me and they tell me it's the event of the summer. And I kind of laugh because there's so many great events in our area. But I like to think that this one caps off the summer. So, yeah, I mean, we have an attendance of like 600-plus people. And it's really like a great community party. And it serves a purpose for everyone to get together at the end of the summer and have great food and taste some wine and local beer and listen to some great music. And we go to great lengths to decorate Rojam Park's Hilltop Barn to make it look like someone described it as the best wedding they ever went to.
That's because nobody's getting married. I shouldn't say that. But, by the way, if you want tickets, you can get tickets online, grillsdale.com. Now, do tickets remain on sale online right up to the day of the event, or is there a cutoff where you get to a certain amount?
We get to a certain amount, and we cut it off. So last year, we had to cut it off like a week before. This year, we're ahead in ticket sales, so if you want tickets, you should get online and get them now, or you can go to HGS Home Chefs in Hillsdale and get tickets there with no fees.
Now, we're talking about Grillsdale, and what I also notice is that every year your list of people that help underwrite it and sponsor grows. You have Harrington's, Elise Harney Real Estate, the Hillsdale General Store, Edible Hudson Valley, Chatham Brewing, Svendale, Kings Highway Cider, Harrington Fuels, Great Barrington Homemade Design, Robert Bradway's. You also have Home Chef. Columbia County itself is kicking in the rail trail. Hillsdale itself. I mean, it's and these events really do need the help of all these people that chip in and help make them possible.
Oh, absolutely. Sponsorship support is crucial, especially in this area. I mean, if you're doing this kind of event out in the Hamptons or in the city, you can get very large sponsors. But I really, really love the idea of having most of our sponsors from this immediate area and businesses near Hillsdale and in the Berkshires. And we're really grateful to them for helping out. We have 2 new sponsors this year. One is Catamount Mountain Resort and Stair Galleries from Hudson. So we're really excited.
Oh, that's great. And we're talking once again about Grillsdale 2019. We've got Joanna Verlo on the phone with us. And it is Saturday, August 24th from 7 to 11. And that's another thing that I like about Grillsdale, Joanna, what you've done. In between 7 and 11, it's not too long. It's not short. It's just the right amount of time. No, really. I mean, you can go to some events that drag on and on and on, but this really does. It starts, and before you know it, it's over. It doesn't even seem like it's been 4 hours.
It really does go fast. When I'm there running it, I'm lucky if I can grab food from 2 or 3 tents, and the next thing I know is trucks are rolling out. So it is the perfect amount of time. We thought about doing it 2 nights in a row, but it's just it's not feasible, and we like the way it is, and we want to keep it the way it is.
You also age much quicker during 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, one of the things I'd like to point out is about the Harlem Valley Rail Trail and its extension into Hillsdale is it now ends right at the foot of a project that will be launching this fall, which is the Rojan Brewing Company. I don't know if you know about that, but there's a brewery that's going to happen in Hillsdale with a full restaurant, and it'll have a giant grill inside of it, and it'll offer beer that's made in-house and food that's grilled in-house. So we're taking it to the next level.
You know, anybody who wondered what benefits the rail trail brings, all you have to do is just take a look at Millerton, New York, and what that rail trail does. And it's not just in the summertime; it's in the fall, not in the dead of winter, but in the fall and the summer and the spring. The amount of people that come from out of the area to be on that rail trail and to wind up in those towns is amazing.
Yeah, it's a great avenue for people to discover all the towns along the rail trail. I'm hoping somebody will organize some kind of massive walk or bike ride along it when it's done.
Oh, I'm sure they will, because look what happened with the walkway over the Hudson. That has become a phenomenal, not only it's a worldwide attraction now, and that's exactly what this rail trail will do when it's all completed, and you can actually connect over to Chatham with it and everything like that. It really is something spectacular, and I think, on top of raising money for it, I think what Grillsdale 2019 and Grillsdale in general does for it is raise the community awareness about the rail trail.
Yeah, which is important because a lot of people don't really see the benefits of it, but it's great if you need exercise or if you have dogs or if you're a biker who doesn't want to ride on the road.
I can tell you right now, it's a great event. Once again, Grillsdale for this year, 2019, Flame On, Saturday, August 24th, from 7 to 11 at the Roloff Jansen Park in Hillsdale, New York. Chefs, they're local. Food is local. Libations local. Music and more in between 7 and 11. And you would suggest that even though there is plenty of parking in and around Hillsdale, if people want to be smart, it'd be wise if they could carpool.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, parking at Rojan or Roloff Jansen Park is plentiful, but if you live in Hillsdale and you want to use car service, like country concierge car service, or you want to carpool, we applaud that.
Well, good luck again with this year's Grillsdale, August 24th once again, and more of the information you can get is at grillsdale.com. You'll also find them on Facebook and Instagram. And Joanna, have another great event, and keep up the great work.
Thanks, Marshall. We hope to see you there.
Shine that way.
Robin Hood Radio, Whitney Duncan, as we get set to put the wraps on this first hour of a Sunday in the Country. A reminder, going on for another half hour, the Sharon Fire Department Ambulance Squad Pancake Breakfast at the Firehouse on West Main Street goes until 10:30 this morning. Until 10:30 this morning, you can get some loving in your stomach with fresh made pancakes and breakfast at the Sharon Firehouse. As we said, that goes up until 10:30 this morning.
Up in the backwoods, down in the holler, old boy's feeling like a dog on a collar, keeping that chain pulled tight, waiting on Saturday night. Put on the smell good, put on Skinner, head into town like a NASCAR winner, cruising back and forth to the Tasty Freeze. Everywhere you look, all you see is hillbilly deluxe, slick pickup trucks, big timing in a small town, stirring it up right about sundown. Black denim and chrome to the bone with a little homegrown, a country girl cuddled up. Hillbilly deluxe. Couple cute sweet things driving a fastback. Shoot 'em a cool smile, hoping that they smile back. Hey baby, what's your name? Burn a little rubber when the red lights change. Here come the blue lights, here come Bonnie. Hide all the beer, y'all, let's move the party. Gotta go, but that's alright. Do it all again next Friday night. Hillbilly deluxe, slick pick 'em up trucks, big timing in a small town, stirring it up right about sundown. Black denim and chrome to the bone with a little homegrown, country girl cuddled up. Hillbilly deluxe. Hillbilly deluxe, slick pick 'em up trucks, big timing in a small town, stirring it up right about sundown. Black denim and chrome to the bone with a little homegrown, country girl cuddled up. Hillbilly deluxe. Hillbilly deluxe. Hillbilly deluxe.
Robin Hood Radio is WHDD AM and FM Sharon, WBSL FM Sheffield, and WLHV FM Annandale on Hudson.
Robin Hood, and his bag of crabs. We know where you live, we know where you're back. Robin Hood, slightly off, but very good.
Robin Hood Radio, slightly off, but very good.
The smallest NPR station in the nation.
It's 59 past the hour. Here's a check on stories we're following for you today on Robin Hood Radio. The Sharon Fire Department Ambulance Squad has their pancake breakfast this morning. It runs from 7 until 10:30. It's a great way to start your week by supporting your ambulance squad. Also coming up today from 10 until 12 noon, if you missed it in July or would like to do it again, David Payton will have an exciting exploration of mushrooms at the Sharon Audubon Center. Be prepared for a leisurely walk on uneven terrain. Bring your bug spray if you wish. The walk will take place at the Wildlife Sanctuary and will not involve collecting mushrooms. All ages are welcome. $10 for adults, $5 for children under 12. Pre-registration is appreciated but not necessary. More information at 860-364-0520, extension 120. We'll keep you abreast of news and weather information every hour on the hour, and we'll bring you updates as needed. I'm Marshall Miles for Robin Hood Radio, robinhoodradio.com. You'll find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here is your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. This afternoon, sunny skies will continue, upper 70s. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, upper 50s. Monday, we're mostly sunny, low 80s. Monday night, we'll have some increasing clouds, mid 60s. And Tuesday, will be mostly cloudy with some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, near 80. Wednesday, mix of sun and clouds, near 80. I'm meteorologist Jeff Roberts for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 66. Underwriting support from Associated Lightning Rod, Route 22 in Millerton, installing lightning protection for homes and businesses for well over 50 years. 518-789-4603, ALRCI.com on the web. Sagala Turnkey Housing, Route 7 in Canaan, an authorized independent builder for Westchester Modular Homes, 860-824-0019, Sagalas.com. Roaring Oaks Florist in Lakeville, Connecticut, unique designs with personal attention, RoaringOaksFlorist.com. Dave's TV, Route 44 in Millerton, New York, everything for home entertainment, video, audio, satellite TV, 518-789-3881, davestv.net. McEnroe Organic Farm Market, Route 22 in Millerton, open year-round, 7 days a week, 518-789-4191, McEnroeOrganicFarm.com. Northeast Muffler, Route 22 in Millerton, New York, 518-789-3669. On Facebook, Northeast Muffler. As we always start off the second hour here on Sunday in the Country, it is with Willie Hallahan, who hosts the website sportingacause.com, where you'll find sports-related fundraising activities that go on throughout the tri-state area. Once again, that web address is sportingacause.com. And the guy that keeps track of it all for us and lets us know what's coming up, here's Willie Hallahan. Willie, nice to speak to you today.
Good morning, Marshall. Good to hear you, too. Yeah, speaking of snow, it was a little chilly this morning. It was almost in the 40s at my house here in Canaan.
It was 48.7 degrees at my house when I left this morning.
It's crazy. I was telling somebody a couple of weeks ago during one of those heat waves that, you wait until August. There's some nights in August when it's chilly enough you could have a fireplace fire and feel good about it. I said, no. Well, here we go. 48 degrees.
It was. Well,
and yesterday morning it was cool, too. It was in low 50s when a bunch of crazy people jumped into Mudge Pond over in Sharon for the swim leg of the Sharon Sprint Triathlon. About 75 people. That was a good field for that event. And thanks to Matt Meddy, who is the head of the Sharon Parks and Rec Commission, tireless in all the things he does. But his volunteers and his crew put on a wonderful event. A triathlon is a difficult event. There's all kinds of things going on, many moving parts. You have a swim, and you have to be concerned about the safety. They take head counts, and they keep track of all the people in the water, make sure that the same number come out as went in. There's a lot going on, not to mention the fact that there are bikes going through the town of Sharon and runners everywhere, but they put on a safe event. By the way, not incidentally, Lakeville Hose was there with their rescue squad just in case. And I don't mention enough that at many events, our emergency services are there just on hand in case someone gets injured or something. And our ambulance and fire crew are at their most visible when there's an emergency, but lots of times they're quietly at these events just standing by, and they're always there. They always have several people there. They never get enough credit for that. So I'll try to mention them more in the future because they deserve it. Also yesterday was the Ice Bucket Challenge. That was a golf tournament over at the Canaan Country Club. It was 2 flights. What that means is 9-hole courses to be able to get a lot of people into a tournament. They have basically two tournaments, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and it was packed because of the cause. This was its fourth year. The first 3 years, it was organized and honored Bob Frank, who was a longtime superintendent of the Canaan Country Club, who was suffering from ALS. So to honor him and to raise money for the ALS Association of Connecticut, they held this tournament. And this year, sadly, it was in his memory because he passed away over the winter. A good man, well loved, and it shows in his tournament because it's always packed and was very successful, and they had a good day for it. Also yesterday was Jimmy's Ride. It's a motorcycle ride up in the Pittsfield area. It's organized by and for the benefit of the Berkshire County Kids Place. Their sad work is to help kids who are the victims of both sexual and domestic violence. And Jimmy is named after Jimmy Bernardo, who over 20 years ago as a child was kidnapped and murdered. The ride continues in his honor. Now it's only $25 to get into this thing, but they can raise easily $20,000 in the year. So clearly there are a lot of business sponsorships going on there to be able to bring that kind of dollar volume, and I should explore that. Today in Torrington, the Torrington Donors Week Road Race, usually just known as the Torrington Road Race. It's a 5-mile race. Starts and ends at Coe Park in downtown Torrington. It has some shorter races, too. There's a 1-mile race and a couple of walks so that it can include more people. This has been going on for 48 years. That's a long race. That's a long time for any event. And they split their proceeds between the Torrington Trails Network and Charlotte Hungerford Hospital. And also today is the Ankrum Fire Company golf tournament over at Undermountain Golf Course. Like the Ice Bucket Challenge, it's a 2-flight tournament. I'm playing in the afternoon flight, and of course it benefits the Ankrum Fire Company. And let's see, moving on to Friday, the Torrington Lions Club hosts their 42nd annual golf tournament. This is at Greenwoods Country Club in Winsted. Of note in this tournament, there's a man, he's a Lions Club member, Norm Nejame. This man has been organizing this golf tournament for all 42 years of its existence, and that's remarkable. When you think about it, in this era where all organizations are scrambling for volunteers, there are never enough of them. You got guys like Norm who have been over decades quietly doing their good work, and we need to make note of that when we can. That tournament, as so many fraternal organizations do, is raising money for scholarships, but also for eye research. As we know, eye issues are the signature cause of the Lions Clubs. And also on Friday, this is the 16th, is the Sheffield Volunteer Hose Company 24th Annual Golf Tournament. That's at Egremont Country Club, and of course for the benefit of the hose company. There were rumors about Egremont Country Club, and then they became not rumors at all, that the Egremont Country Club had been sold, was going to be turned into a solar farm, and apparently that all has gone away. That fell through. So Egremont Country Club continues, and as far as we know, it will continue to be a golf course. I hope so. It's a great place to hold tournaments. The Murphy Open is held there, and it's great.
It's the first place I got an eagle.
Is that right?
Down the back 9.
Nice.
Of course,
well, that's reason enough to keep it going.
It was early enough in my golfing career where it was a total accident where I had a screaming line drive on the ground.
Yeah.
And it went for like 300 yards. It was fall golfing, and Don Martin was there, and he looked at me. He goes, "You've been golfing for not even a summer, and you get an eagle?" I can remember that.
Well, that's too soon in your career to get to do something like that. That's great.
It was so soon I didn't even know what an eagle was.
That's great. And then the day after that, Saturday the 17th, is the Isaiah Lamb. This is the third annual. Since I've had Sporting a Cause going, the first year I had it going, I should say, I put the Isaiah Lamb tournament on there, and now it's its third year. This is held at the Fairview Farm Golf Course in Harwington. and it's named for Isaiah Lamb, who is a young boy who has some physical ailments, and his parents started the Isaiah Lamb Foundation, which provides accessibility and independence for high school-age kids. Very worthy cause. And also next Saturday is the Beach to Beach 5K. This is held over at the Morristown Beach. It runs from there to Sandy Beach and back at Bantam Lake. It's sponsored by and to benefit the Bantam Lake Protective Association. They deal with the lake cleanliness and other lake issues. And also next Saturday, the Copake Falls Day Into the Wilderness 5K Fun Run. And that kicks off Copake Falls Day. That's a town-wide celebration. And each year they have a different beneficiary from the proceeds, and this year it goes to the Harlem Valley Rail Trail. The rail trail is looking to pave another section of their trail. It's a long haul effort to do this, and I figure one of these days it's going to go from Canada to New York City because they're dedicated to improving and expanding the rail trail, and it's a great place to go and good for them. Next Sunday, the 18th, is the Aaron Shanley Memorial 5K Race and Breakfast. This is taking place at the Lions Club Pavilion at Stissing Lake over in Pine Plains, and it benefits the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And then that's it till the following Monday, the 19th, and I'll be talking about this next week. That's the Housatonic Youth Services Bureau 22nd Annual Golf Tournament at Torrington Country Club. So the golf tournaments and running races continue apace.
And you get a nice chance with the different tournaments to golf. I mean, both the Torrington Country Club and Fairview Farms are great golf courses in their own right, and challenging, and anybody can golf on them as well.
Yeah, they can. And the great thing about unfortunately the difference about today's tournament that I'm in, most tournaments are scrambles, and what that means is a foursome. Everybody takes a shot, and you pick the best one of the four, and you use that, and you keep doing that throughout the tournament, so everybody can contribute. This tournament today in the Ankrum is you have to use your own ball, so there's no place to hide in this. Your score at the end of the day is yours, and not the combination of your team. So it's a little different, but typically golf tournaments, if people are intimidated, they shouldn't be, because everybody can contribute a shot or here or there during the 18 holes and feel good about it. You don't have to be an expert. In fact, these tournaments are made better by just everyday golfers going and having fun.
And if what people want to ever remember this: when golf was invented, very rarely do they ask what the score was. They ask what you shot. And that it's a big difference when you play golf that way.
Yeah.
If you're out there to play golf and play the course and have fun, and half the fun of going out in these tournaments is that you're interacting with not only your players on your team, but players from other teams and everything. It's a lot of fun. So.
Oh, it is. Yeah. No, to me, the game of golf. I'm a hacker, admittedly, and I would never play around by myself, because it's the camaraderie always that makes the sport worthwhile for me.
Absolutely. Well, Willie, we will speak to you again next week. Have a great week.
Okay, Marshall. Thanks. You do the same.
All right. Willie Helahan, Sporting a Cause, sportingacause.com on the web.
Sir, I ain't been drinking. I ain't even had one beer. These sweet things got me buzzing, whispering in my ear. Just take a peek up in here at this little hot mess. Mister, you'll understand. I'm doing my best, and I know I'm all over the road. I can't help but go. Little bit left, little bit right. It's hard to drive with her hand over here on my knee, and she's all over me. I'm all out of control, all over the road. pretty little lips on my neck. I say, girl, take it easy. She laughs, says it'll be fine. How am I supposed to keep it between the lines? Yeah, I know I'm all over the road. I can't help but go. Little bit of left, little bit of right. It's hard to drive with her hands over here on my knee, and she's all over me. I'm all out of control, all over the road. Something about these wheels rolling, radio playing gets her going. I'm trying to get her home as fast as I can go, and I know I'm all over the road. I can't help but go. Little bit of left, little bit of right. It's hard to drive with her hand over here on my knee. Have a little mercy on me, sir. I'm sorry, I know I'm all over the road, all over the road, all over the road.
I had a one-night stand with my best friend's baby sister. And to this day, he still won't speak to me. I pawned my grandpa's old guitar in college for a case of beer and a tank of gasoline. I took a swing at my old man one Christmas. I never dreamed that it would be his last. I wish Mom had wrung my neck when she caught me with those cigarettes, which reminds me, I'm down to my last pack. If I had a dime for half the things I did that didn't make no sense at all, I'd be living a little higher on the hog. If only I'd have known that later on down the road I'd look back and not like what I see. I'd have changed a lot of things, starting with me. I called my brother everything I could think of. The night he wouldn't bail me out of jail. I lost a job most folks around here would die for, by laying out all night and raising hell. And I let a woman that I love slip through my fingers, chalk another dumb move up to my foolish pride. I wasn't there standing by the bed when the preacher bowed his head with the family the day my grandma died. If I had a dime for half the things I did that didn't make no sense at all, I'd be living a little higher on the hog. If only I'd have known that later on down the road I'd look back and not like what I see. Oh, I'd have changed a lot of things, starting with me. If only I'd have known that later on down the road I'd look back and not like what I see. Oh, I'd have changed a lot of things, starting with me.
Programming and underwriting support from the Intermountain Golf Course family-run 9-hole executive course offering alternate tees for the back nine, open 7 days a week. Undermountain Road in Copake, New York, 518-329-4444. Spend a few hours, not a fortune, on the web, undermountaingolf.com. Our community calendar of coming events on Robin Hood Radio is underwritten by the Hair Lounge, located on Route 44 in Millerton, New York, offering fun and easy haircuts and summer lights. 518-592-1167. Black Rabbit Bar and Grill in Lakeville, Connecticut, always hopping, featuring pub-style to fine food. On Facebook and blackrabbitbarandgrill.com. And Taylor Oil, serving residents and businesses in Dutchess, Putnam, Columbia, Litchfield counties. Offices in Dover Plains, Millbrook, Pauling, Pine Plains, and Millerton. 1-800-553-2234. gmtayloroil.com. Children can come and enjoy stories and ice creams at the Senior Friendship Center on Wednesday, August 14th from 11 to 11:30. The Friendship Center is located at the Northeast Millerton Library Annex. All ages are welcome, but an RSVP is encouraged in order to have enough ice cream for everybody. To reserve a spot or let them know you're coming, 518-789-3340, or email kmcclune@anymillertonlibrary.org. If you're not for profit or public service organization has an event going on that you'd like to publicize, we'd like to help you out. RobinHoodRadio.com. Click on Contact Us. Click on Submit PSA. Once you're there, fill out the form completely, and then make sure you click Submit. The only rule we have, one very simple rule, and that rule is, as long as you don't pay for it elsewhere, we'll put it on the air absolutely free on Robin Hood Radio.
Elise Harney from Elise Harney Real Estate. I'm one of the very happy supporters of Marshall and Jill and the wonderful job they have done with Robin Hood Radio. Marshall's voice in the morning brings good cheer to the day. As the smallest publicly supported radio station, they need our support. This is an area of many firsts, from the early iron industry to the first free lending library. Congratulations to Robin Hood Radio. Keep growing.
It's 22 past the hour.
Well, you're not sure that you love me, but you're not sure enough to let me go. Baby, it ain't fair, you know, to just keep me hanging around. You say you don't wanna hurt me, don't wanna see my tears, so why are you still standing here just watching me drown? And it's alright, yeah, I'll be fine, don't worry about this heart of mine. Just take your love and hit the road. There's nothing you can do or say, you're gonna break my heart anyway, so just leave the pieces when you go. Now you can drag out the heartache, baby, you can make it quick, really get it over with, and just let me move on. Don't concern yourself with this mess you left for me, I can clean it up, see, just as long as you're gone. And it's alright, I'll be fine, don't worry about this heart of mine. Just take your love and hit the road. There's nothing you can do or say, you're gonna break my heart anyway, so just leave the pieces when you go.
look at you, you look through me like I'm not even there. I'm trying not to give up, to be strong, but I'm afraid to say I'm scared. I can't find the place your heart is hiding. And I'm no quitter, but I'm tired of fighting. Baby, I love you, don't wanna lose you, don't make me let you go. Took such a long time for me to find you, don't make me let you go. Baby, I'm begging, please, and I'm down here on my knees. I don't wanna have to set you free. Don't make me. What if when I'm long gone, it dawns on you, you just might want me back? Let me make myself clear. If I leave here, it's done, I'm gone, that's that. You carry my love around like it's a heavy burden. Well, I'm about to take it back. Are you sure it's worth it? Baby, I love you, don't wanna lose you, don't make me let you go. Took such a long time for me to find you, don't make me let you go. Baby, I'm begging, please, and I'm down here on my knees. I don't wanna have to set you free. Don't make me. Don't make me. Baby, I'm begging, please, and I'm down here on my knees. I don't wanna have to set you free. Don't make me. Don't make me let you go. Don't make me. Stop loving you. Don't make me. Stop needing you.
Underwriting support from John Andrews Farmhouse Restaurant, Hillsdale Road, South Egremont, Massachusetts. Since 1990, chef owner Dan Smith offering a unique taste of place dining experience, selected as one of the world's 25 best farm-stand restaurants by the Daily Meal. Open Thursday through Monday, closed on Wednesday. 413-528-3469, johnandrewsrestaurant.com. Half past the hour on Robin Hood Radio.
Here is your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. This afternoon, sunny skies will continue, upper 70s. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, upper 50s. Monday, we're mostly sunny, low 80s. Monday night, we'll have some increasing clouds, mid 60s. And Tuesday, will be mostly cloudy with some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, near 80. Wednesday, mix of sun and clouds, near 80. I'm meteorologist Jeff Roberts for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 70 degrees.
I was a boy and the well ran dry. I went to my daddy and I looked him in the eye. I said, Daddy, how about a loan? Really looked at me, I could see it in his face as he reached in his pocket to the money place. He said, Sonny, I'm down to the bone. It takes everything just to get by. When you think you got enough, the prices just go higher. They go on and on. Well, I work real hard, but some never will. To take my money and they eat their fill. It ain't fair, son. All but you know that's the way it is. Slide on in there. Swore right there when I grew up by that morning despair, and then a song for nothing at all. Well, it was easy to say but hard to do, and if it don't get better than 82, I'll be lucky if I make it till fall. I gotta sing my boy the same damn song. You think you got enough, the prices just go higher. They go on and on. Well, I work real hard, but some never will. They take my money and they eat their fill. It ain't fair, son. Oh, but that's the way it is. It ain't fair, son, but you know that's the way it is. Just go higher. They go on and on. Well, I work real hard, but some never will. They take my money and they eat their fill. It ain't fair, son. Oh, but that's the way it is. It ain't fair, son, but you know that's the way it is. We're out of here.
Midnight in Montgomery, Silver Eagle, Lonely Road. Was on my way to Mobile for a big New Year's Eve show. I stopped for just a minute, see a friend outside of town. With my collar up, I found his name, felt the wind die down, and a drunk man in a cowboy hat took me by surprise, wearing shiny boots, a nudie suit, and haunted eyes. He said, friend, it's good to see you. It's nice to know you care. Then the wind picked up, he was gone. Was he ever really there? 'Cause it's midnight in Montgomery. Just hear that whippoorwill, see the stars light up the purple sky, feel that lonesome chill. 'Cause when the wind is right, you hear his song, smell whiskey in the air. Midnight in Montgomery, he's always singing there. Well, I climbed back on that Eagle, took one last look around. Red tail lights, shadow moves slow across the ground. And off somewhere, a midnight train slowly passing by. could cry. 'Cause it's midnight in Montgomery. Just hear that whippoorwill, see the stars light up the purple sky, feel that lonesome chill. 'Cause when the wind is right, you hear his song, smell whiskey in the air. Midnight in Montgomery, he's always singing there. He's always singing there. Oh, Hank's always singing there.
Programming and underwriting support from Kent's Vacuum Center in Great Barrington. Over 50 years in the vacuum industry, 42 in the tri-state Berkshire area, representing the finest European vacuum systems, featuring vacuums to match every customer's needs. Sales and service at 413-528-0690 and on Facebook at Kent's Vacuum Center. Our community calendar of coming events on Robin Hood Radio is underwritten by the Fife and Drum Restaurant, Gift Shop, and Inn in Kent, Connecticut, fifeanddrum.com, and also on Facebook. Additional underwriting support from the Stagecoach Tavern, 364 South Undermountain Road, Route 41 in Sheffield, home of the Downcountry Social Club, 413-229-8585, stagecoachtavern.net, and SoCo Creamery, 5 Railroad Street in Great Barrington, 413-644-9866 on the web, SoCoCreamery.com. Montgomery Lodge, number 13, has another lobster sale coming up. Pick up on August 17th. You can order the lobsters right through Friday afternoon at 860-435-9722. 1 1/4 pounds cost $16 each. You can also order steamed clams, $8 per dozen, but you have to call earlier than Friday afternoon. Proceeds from these sales fund scholarship to local students and also to local charities. That phone number is 860-435-9722. If you're not for profit or public service organization has an event going on that you'd like to publicize, we'd like to help you out. RobinHoodRadio.com. Click on Contact Us. Click on Submit PSA. Once you're there, fill out the form completely and then click Submit. The only rule we have, it's just one very simple rule, and that is, as long as you don't pay for it elsewhere, we'll put it on the air absolutely free on Robin Hood Radio and on the Robin Hood Radio Network. Underwriting support from Sharon Hospital, which received an A rating in the Leapfrog Group's 2019 Hospital Safety Grade, given to fewer than 1/3 of hospitals nationwide. Patients receive high-quality care at Sharon Hospital, giving them confidence of being in the right place. Learn more, healthquest.org/Sharon. It's 39 minutes past the hour on Robin Hood Radio.
Here is your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. This afternoon, sunny skies will continue, upper 70s. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, upper 50s. Monday, we're mostly sunny, low 80s. Monday night, we'll have some increasing clouds, mid 60s. And Tuesday, will be mostly cloudy with some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, near 80. Wednesday, mix of sun and clouds, near 80. I'm meteorologist Jeff Roberts for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 70 degrees. It is the opening night for Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And we're now here with the director of the show. Once again, your name?
It's Russell Garrett.
Russell, I don't know what the difference was between seeing a full-fledged Broadway production and then seeing it in the Sharon Playhouse. But whereas the first time I had a good time, but the second time I really was moved and uplifted by the whole show. It really was an outstanding, uplifting evening. If you came in feeling bad, you couldn't leave but feel happy.
Well, I hope we have that same effect on people with our production currently that's opening tonight. I think part of it is that it's on its face, it's a simplistic show where it has a very simple message, and and it's just meant to be fun and uplifting. But I think part of it is also because it's not detailed in how it should be performed, and so every production is its own entity. Every production is different depending on the group of people and the direction and the choreography and the design elements. And so it's a show that really doesn't require you to mimic previous productions. It gives you the opportunity. It's really an open, like, blank slate of a show that allows you to do whatever you want to do with it.
The bar's not set high. You don't have. It's not like if you're going to do Oklahoma and you've got to. Okay, wow, you've got to live.
I have to measure up to the original Agnes DeMille ballet or something like that. No, it is not that kind of thing. So you don't feel the pressure of having to live up to something in the same way that you would a real classic golden age show. You know.
Is this the first time you've directed the show?
It is.
Okay, so what was your feeling when you first came in and met the cast and you saw the Playhouse and everything? What was your initial feeling?
Well, I was excited because I didn't actually cast a lot of the performers myself, because when they had auditions, I was across the country working in California. So there was a handful that I knew and had a hand in, but most of them I didn't. So it was really an introduction to a whole group of people I did not know. So I was very anxious at first just to see who they were, get to know them, get to know how their bodies moved, get to hear them sing, so I could know what I was working with. And it's a really talented group of people, so I was thrilled. I mean, the sound when they open their mouths to sing is fantastic, which with a show that's all sung, that is something that's a big bonus.
You know, I don't think people realize that when Robert Nowlan put on the shows here, what goes on to put the shows on, even before all the pieces that have to fit, because they're drawing from a wide area of the country people to direct, to light, sound, and to star in it. And yet, when you see it all on us, and it's always amazing. It's a small stage at the Sharon Playhouse, but gosh, it doesn't lose anything. The way they light these shows, costume the shows, the sound, it just packs the same punch that you would get in a big theater.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. I think our show looks really terrific in this theater, between the lights and the sound and the costumes and all. I think we're providing a really attractive, fun-looking show that's also going to be really entertaining.
We're very lucky. Always been a director. Years did you start out on the stage acting and formed and then kind of just morph into that? Like I started out as an overnight high school put together 30-some years later. Nice fine arts program. Like when I went to is that what happened to you? There was one show.
It is, in fact. I always wanted to direct, even from a very young age, but I was strictly a performer for over 20 years.
That was every year. It was
and then I decided to morph, as it were, into a director and choreographer. But I still perform, and so now, at this point in my life, I kind of go back and forth between doing either of those things, depending on what the opportunities are that come up. Oh yeah, and absolutely. So, and I love all of it. So I talk to young people who want to be in the business, choreographing, I want to be performers. This whatever comes up. I'm always telling them, the more you know, the more tricks you have in your bag, the more skills you learn, the more opportunity there is for you to do it, because it's a difficult business. And so if you have more tricks to pull out of your bag, you're just going to have work in some capacity, whether it's backstage, on stage, directing, choreographing, playing instruments. I mean, if you want to be involved in live entertainment, there's a lot that you can do if you can hone all those skills.
We're at opening night of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat here at the Sharon Playhouse. It's going to run for a couple of weeks, 860-364-7469 or SharonPlayhouse.org. Now, is this the first time you've been at the Playhouse?
It isn't. I actually performed here as an actor in the summer of 1985.
Which show was you with?
I did a chorus line here, and then there was a later show in the same season called El Grande de Coca-Cola. and I performed in both those shows, and I've never been back since. I've never performed here or seen a show here or directed a show here until this summer. So that was 34 years ago.
What do you think about the changes?
What's that?
What do you think about the way the theater is now? I think is
no. I'm sitting out here on this porch outside, and it's lovely, and the weather's beautiful. And when I drove up, it was like, yeah, I remember this. I remember the deck out back behind the theater, and I remember this building. I mean, it all came kind of rushing back to me, a lot of the memories. But it was a long time ago. I mean, I feel like that was a whole other lifetime ago.
Well, everybody's looking forward to this production, and then after this, Nonsense will come on board. But congratulations. Good luck with the run of the show. Where do you go from here now that this show's over?
I get to have 4 whole weeks off. I've been working since the middle of January this year, and so I'm really actually looking forward to enjoying some summer for 4 weeks, and then I come back to Connecticut and direct a couple shows this fall in Waterbury.
Well, thanks for taking a few minutes and joining us tonight. I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure.
And break a leg.
Thank you very much.
I'm back at the Sharon Playhouse, and what we are looking at the Sharon Playhouse tonight is the fact that Joseph the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is opening up. And right now we have someone who I didn't even recognize him because last time I saw him, he was just a little kid. That's Jimmy Roderick. And that's, of course, Ray, and then, of course, Sarah. And you're involved in Broadway yourself.
Yeah, I've spent some years working on Broadway and working as a lighting designer all over the country, and I still keep ending up at my sort of home away from home, which is here at the Sharon Playhouse.
So, I mean, was it a natural progression for you to get into the theater business just because your mom and dad?
Yeah, very much so, yes. Although none of my family are designers and do exactly what I do, it was where I found myself the most and really learned about the sort of the theater business, and lighting became the thing I was most attracted to and fell into at a very young age and just stuck with.
What's interesting is when I was growing up as a kid, my father was a comedian, and he always traveled around with them to all these, the Fountain Blue out in Las Vegas and everything. And for me, it was just one step when I was in high school to start working in broadcasting. And I mean, I couldn't do what my dad did because he was really terrific at what he did, but I knew I wanted to entertain people, so I got into radio. So now you got into the lighting aspect, and I've been talking to people about the shows. It really is amazing what goes on when you sit down and you watch what goes out on stage between the sound engineering and the lighting and the sets. Really is it's a spectacular sight.
Yeah, and sort of what is similar to a lot of summer theater around the country, we have a very, very fast changeover. In less than a week, we close one show and get the next one up, and that's really because of the amazing crew we have here, a great, dedicated, and young staff that work like crazy to sort of make our artistic visions come to life, but they're the ones doing the hard labor to make it happen in a very short amount of time.
Now, do you sit down when the show is, when you sit down with the director of the show and you present what you believe is the best lighting plan for that, or is it a real collaborative effort?
It's a real collaborative effort. On most shows, my work starts well before we ever get into the theater, just sort of talking conceptually about what the feel of the show is, how it wants to look, and then I eventually sit down at a computer and kind of do very technical plans about where lights are going and how they're being colored, and then it's not till that all ends up in the air and we get into the theater, and that's when I start to play. I start to paint the picture on stage, but even then there's a lot of collaboration, not just with the director who's going to throw out opinions too, and then I have to make those things come to life, but the whole team is often talking and making the whole vision and world of a show visualized.
Now, do you find it a curse doing what you do? Because I imagine if you go to see a show, just go to see a show, you're going to sit there like I do if I go, I'm listening to somebody on the radio, I immediately start critiquing who I'm listening to in my own mind. Does that happen to you?
Absolutely. It's actually, you're very hard-pressed to get me to the theater or even a movie theater. You know, I spend 16 hours a day usually in a room with no windows. So anytime I can not be in a room with no windows, I try to get out there. But it's important to see other work. But definitely, you know, I've seen behind the curtain. I know how all the nuts and bolts go together. So it's not the same magical experience it was. But I absolutely love that I've taken this path and this career path and what I do and making that magic come alive for other people.
Now, is it as hard for somebody like you to get involved in the technical end as it is for people that just, okay, I want to be an actor, I want to be on stage? Is it hard to get that break? And once you do get that break, do other breaks follow on that? Is that the way it works?
Yeah, very much so. I think it is very tough to get in because although there's probably less people competing for design positions than there are actors competing for roles, there are only, you know, one designer per show, and you've got, you know, sometimes 30 actors in the show. So there's less of us competing, but there's definitely less spots available. But luckily, lighting is one of those things that also transfers over to all sorts of industries outside of theater. Now you've got sort of architainment, you know, architectural lighting that's very jazzy. You've got concerts and music industry. So there's a lot of other paths from the technical side of theater that aren't just theater specifically.
Which is your favorite?
I love musical theater. Okay. I like primarily musical theater, and then if plays that are a little bit further out of the box is sort of what I specialize in.
Now, do you have to travel a lot to keep employed, or I mean, across the country, or do you basically stay in one section of the country?
I would say that half of my work is in New York City, and half of my work is somewhere in the world. I've done shows in London. I've done shows all over the Northeast and East Coast. I was just in California doing a sort of concert/theater crossover event in a winery. You know, I travel like crazy for work.
Now, do you, this is going to be a strange question probably, but it comes just because wherever I go with my sound equipment, and nowadays digital has made it so simple where I used to come with a band and now I have backup battery power and I go right to the station with something small like this. Do you purchase your own equipment, or is it for you, like you see what you have to do in a show and then you go out and you job it out and you get everything you need and get it there and then train everybody from that point?
Yeah, it's very much a bidding process. That's a huge part of sort of the pre-production stage. Now, a theater like this, I come in and we have most of our equipment, and then maybe for some specific stuff we'll rent out. If I'm doing a big commercial project, that none of that equipment is owned, and there's a bidding process to the rental shops, and whoever sort of can best fit the bid for that show, we get the equipment from it. It all comes in fresh.
So you're going to be doing Joseph, full run, and then Nonsense is yours as well?
Nonsense is next, yeah, and I just finished Beauty here as well, so it's been a fun season.
Well, between Beauty and the Beast and Crazy for You, I mean, they were two spectacular lit shows.
Yeah, my very good friend Zach did Crazy for You because I was on another job, but luckily I got him up here, and then Beauty was a different animal, very different style of musical, and now Joseph is more like a rock concert, so lots of sort of different variety of aesthetic visual looks, which has been fun for the season.
Well, it's nice seeing you now that you've all grown up. Say hello to I see your mom all the time. I don't see your dad that much. Say hello to him for me.
Absolutely, will do.
Tell him I'm still mad at him for getting me involved in singing on stage.
Okay, I'll be sure to pass it along.
Word on the vine is Johnny got a job 3 days a week at the auto parts shop. Come 5 o'clock when he gets paid, guess we got another reason to celebrate. Joe and Mary, they were meant to be, supposed to get married reason to drink around here. Some are coming to dance, some are coming to fight. Any day of the week could be a Saturday night. Might be having a ball, maybe shedding some tears. There's always a reason to drink around here. There's always a reason to drink around here. There's always a reason to drink around here. Word on the vine is Johnny got a job 3 days a week at the auto parts shop.
He left you, she left me, drowning in this misery. We stopped living when they said goodbye. We've been faithful to these blues, but I've had enough now. How about you? Well, don't you think we've earned the right to go cheating on the blues tonight? Cheating on the blues tonight. Let's go out and do it right. Throw it into overdrive and get on down the road. Shake it till the break of dawn. Party till the heartache's gone. We'll have us a real good time. Cheating on the blues tonight. I'll pick you up at 8:30. You can bet I won't be late. If any luck, we'll make the dance by 9. We won't talk about the past. Let old memories die at last. Have some fun, keep it light. Cheating on the blues tonight. Cheating on the blues tonight. Let's go out and do it right. Throw it into overdrive and get on down the road. Shake it till the break of dawn. Party till the heartache's gone. We'll have us a real good time. Cheating on the blues tonight. Yeah, cheating on the blues tonight. Let's go out and do it right. Throw it into overdrive and get on down the road. Shake it till the break of dawn. Party till the heartache's gone. We'll have us a real good time. Cheating on the blues tonight. Yes, we'll have us a real good time. Cheating on the blues tonight.
Robin Hood Radio is WHDD AM and FM Sharon, WBSL FM Sheffield, and WLHV FM Annandale on Hudson.
The smallest NPR station in the nation.
It's 11 o'clock. Here's Check on Stories we're following for you today on Robin Hood Radio. The Sharon Fire Department Ambulance Squad has their pancake breakfast this morning. It runs from 7 until 10:30. It's a great way to start your week by supporting your ambulance squad. Also coming up today from 10 until 12 noon, if you missed it in July or would like to do it again, David Payton will have an exciting exploration of mushrooms at the Sharon Audubon Center. Be prepared for a leisurely walk on uneven terrain. Bring your bug spray if you wish. The walk will take place at the Wildlife Sanctuary and will not involve collecting mushrooms. All ages are welcome. $10 for adults, $5 for children under 12. Pre-registration is appreciated but not necessary. More information at 860-364-0520, extension 120. We'll keep you abreast of news and weather information every hour on the hour, and we'll bring you updates as needed. I'm Marshall Miles for Robin Hood Radio, robinhoodradio.com. You'll find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here is your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. This afternoon, sunny skies will continue, upper 70s. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, upper 50s. Monday, we're mostly sunny, low 80s. Monday night, we'll have some increasing clouds, mid 60s. And Tuesday, will be mostly cloudy with some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, near 80. Wednesday, mix of sun and clouds, near 80. I'm meteorologist Jeff Roberts for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 70 degrees. Underwriting support from Associated Lightning Rod, Route 22 in Millerton, installing lightning protection for homes and businesses for well over 50 years. 518-789-4603, ALRCI.com on the web. Sagala Turnkey Housing, Route 7 in Canaan, an authorized independent builder for Westchester Modular Homes. 860-824-0019, Sagalas.com. Roaring Oaks Florist in Lakeville, Connecticut. Unique designs with personal attention. RoaringOaksFlorist.com. Dave's TV, Route 44 in Millerton, New York. Everything for home entertainment, video, audio, satellite TV. 518-789-3881. Dave'sTV.net. McEnroe Organic Farm Market, Route 22 in Millerton, open year-round, 7 days a week. 518-789-4191. McEnroeOrganicFarm.com. Northeast Muffler, Route 22 in Millerton, New York. 518-789-3669. On Facebook, Northeast Muffler.
Look at all the lonely people walking through this world without a hand to hold. Life can be so cold. Some just live their lives for money and never make enough to fill their empty souls. I wonder if they know everybody needs someone. Everybody wants to be loved. A little of that human touch sometimes just means so much. A gentle word can heal a wounded heart. Ain't no doubt about it. No one can live without it. Everybody needs someone. Oh yeah. I've chased a lot of broken dreams, but you're the only one that ever came true. I'm holding on to you. Of all the things I take for granted, baby, you're the one thing I could never lose. I'm telling you the truth. Everybody needs someone. Everybody wants to be loved. A little of that human touch sometimes just means so much. A gentle
Kicking off the final hour here on Sunday in the Country on Robin Hood Radio with James Otto. Everybody needs somebody. Well, last night we broadcast live from the opening of Joseph the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat at, of course, the Sharon Playhouse. We've already played a couple of interviews from that, and we've got another interview coming up this hour on that. Just once again, an amazing show. Tickets and information are available at sharonplayhouse.org, sharonplayhouse.org, and also 860-364-7469, 860-364-SHOW. Joseph, the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, running now the next several weeks at the Sharon Playhouse in Sharon, Connecticut, US of A. Sunshine. We love sunshine, especially on a Sunday. Good morning, everybody. This is Big and Rich.
See your mama and the candles and the tears and roses. I see your daddy walk his daughter down the aisle. I feel my knees start to tremble as I tell the preacher, don't she look beautiful tonight? All the wonderful words in my head I've been thinking, you know I want to say them all just right. I lift your veil, angels start singing, such a heavenly sight, yeah. Lost in this moment with you, I am completely consumed by feeling so absolute, there's no doubt. Sealing our love with a kiss, waited my whole life for this, watching all my dreams come true, lost in this moment with you. I smell the jasmine floating in the air like a love song. Watch my words draw sweet tears from your eyes. Bow our heads while the preacher talks to Jesus. Please bless this brand new life. Yeah. Lost in this moment with you, I am completely consumed by feeling so absolute, there's no doubt. Sealing our love with a kiss, waited my whole life for this, watching all my dreams come true, lost in this moment with you. Lost in this moment with you, I am completely consumed by feeling so absolute, there's no doubt. Sealing our love with a kiss, waited my whole life for this, watching all my dreams come true, lost in this moment with you, lost in the moment. In this moment with you, lost in the moment, yeah. Ooh, lost in the moment. In this moment.
Good morning. It's Sunday in the Country on Robin Hood Radio. A reminder that if you happen to be one of those people that need a ride to do some shopping because Millerton lost its only supermarket, the Northeast Community Center is offering those rides to Freshtown in Amenia on Tuesdays and Fridays. Rides leave from the Northeast Community Center at 1 o'clock. If you're unable to get to the Northeast Community Center on South Center Street, someone will pick up the client at a home if it works with the schedule. You must pre-register at It's on a first-come, first-served basis because there's limited seating. The round trip is just $5. Future trips are going to be planned to ShopRite, Acme, Walmart, and Stop and Shop as well. If you want to register for a ride or you want more information, 518-592-1399, extension 5. Underwriting support from Sharon Hospital, offering a highly skilled team of doctors, registered nurses, and certified lactation consultants for you and your baby. Visit healthquest.org/Sharon Hospital Birthing.
Hi, I'm Amy Suchat, attorney at law from Sharon, Connecticut, and I'm proud to support our local NPR radio station, WHDD Robin Hood Radio.
To show your support for the nation's smallest NPR affiliate, you can do it one of three ways. You can go online, robinhoodradio.com, click on Make a Donation. You can mail a check, address it to WHDD 67 Main Street, Sharon, Connecticut, 06069. Make the check payable to Tri-State Public Communications. Or you can phone in a credit card request at 860-364-4640. It's 12 minutes past the hour on Robin Hood Radio.
Is after I dropped my mama off where she needed to go. 4 ball tires with the ceiling falling and the window stuck. But the only thing that I cared about was the radio. We'd turn it on, turn it up to 10, and everybody would jump on in. Riding down the highway, who wants to be the DJ? I'll find a spot on the side of the road. You find something on the we looked for somewhere to watch the stars, the perfect place to put it in park and take it slow. She sang along to even the ones that she barely knew. She still sounded good, a little out of tune, but we didn't care. I looked at her, she looked at me. I'll never forget that melody. Riding down the highway, who wants to be the DJ? I'll find a spot on the side of the road. You find something on the radio. I can feel real good song. You know it when it comes on. Didn't have no money, no place to go. All you needed was a radio. Hey, y'all be quiet. That's my favorite song. Hey, man, turn it up loud. Come on, come on, come on. Riding down the highway. Who wants to be the DJ? I'll find a spot on the side of the road. You find something on the radio like a real, real good song. Well, know it when it comes on. I didn't have no money, no place to go. All we needed was a radio.
Lots to see and do and going on in our tri-state region as we are in the prime summertime. Actually, the dog days of August, right? Not that far away from school, not that far away from the Dutchess County Fair, the Columbia County Fair, the Goshen Fair. I mean, we'll be off. You could definitely say we're just about entering fair season. It's always a lot of fun. Morning, FM and AM by my side here on Robin Hood Radio. I'm Marshall Miles.
Lord, dust off of your Victrola. Come on, another one Fiddler's Jamboree. All night long, yes, that ball jacked the Fiddler's Jamboree. Yes, they did. That ball jacked the Fiddler's Jamboree.
I wake up every morning in our lonely ice cold bed, thinking about the nightmare that just played in my head. I think of all the things I miss, like moments that we shared a kiss so dear. I'm so miserable without you. It's almost like you're here. I search your house for coffee, but it's to no avail. The day's not even started. It seems it shot to hell. The jeans I wear look like dirt as I put on my old wrinkled shirt that smells like beer. I'm so miserable without you. It's almost like you're here. But there was a time when you were mine, and life was such a pretty dream. Then you fell in love with that other man. That changed everything. The world I knew changed every day as I watched it all slip away so clear. I'm so miserable without you. It's almost like you're here. I turn on my radio. They play your favorite song. Did I not do something right? Was there something I done wrong? As you pulled away, should have tried instead of feeling foolish pride and fear. I'm so miserable without you. It's almost like you're here. I'm so miserable without you. It's almost like you're here.
It's the opening night for Joseph the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and we have Bill Hutton here, right?
Hello, yes.
And Bill, I'm told that you were in the Broadway show.
The original show, yes.
And what did you? Who were you in the original show?
I was Joseph.
You were Joseph. So you wore the Dreamcoat.
I was Jacob's favorite son.
You know, it's funny. I've seen the show years ago on Broadway and enjoyed it, but it's probably about 10 or 15 years ago. Michael Berkeley bought the show to here when he was with Tri-Arts, and I went back and saw it 2 or 3 times. I guess in age changing. I just had this wonderful feeling about the show. The second time I saw it, that just has stayed with me forever. It really is. You know, they always say, you know, you come out of a show and you know it's successful if you're tapping or singing a song, but also if you feel sky high.
Correct.
And I think that's what Joseph does to people.
It's the ultimate feel-good show. It really is. It just, people see it. There's so much different music. There's not, you know, there's country western, there's the pastiche, there's, you know, it's just, and I love Andrew Lloyd Webber's music anyway, but it just makes people feel good.
So how did it feel when you got the part?
Oh, that was pretty crazy. I was actually shooting a TV film in New York City, using the offices of a company called Theater Now, which had been a general manager for a musical that I had done a couple of years earlier called Festival. So we were in town shooting, but they were using their offices as the set for that day, and I went up to say hello to people, even though I wasn't working on the show that day. And the producers of Joseph the Women were there because they were the general managers for Joseph as well. And we both went down at the same time, and we got on the elevator, and they were just chittering, chattering. And they said, oh gosh, we need somebody who looks like an angel, who acts like an angel, sings like an angel. And I go, oh goodness, what do I say something? Do I say, hello? So I did. I actually turned around and I said, I don't know what you're looking for, but my name is Bill Hutton. They know me here at the Theater Now. And if you can't find what you're looking for, look me up. And so they did. I was living out in LA at the time. They came and auditioned me there, and Zev Buffman was one of the other producers, and he wasn't so crazy about me, so he sent 4 other guys back. And when the ladies found out that he wasn't bringing me back, he said they demanded that I get on a plane and come in and audition for the role, and I got it. I mean, it was crazy.
Did that open up other doors for you? Sometimes roles can open doors and also close doors for you.
Close every door, as they say in this show. Yeah, it is interesting because when I did Joseph, I was 32, and you think of, I mean, I looked like I was probably 22 or 18, but so it was an odd juxtaposition to be in, to know that you're getting on in life and you're playing this teeny bopper sort of thing. But it didn't really hold me back. I got tired of New York for living in New York from being from Los Angeles. So I picked up the tour and took it back to LA and stayed there, and subsequently started running a theater in West Hollywood and developing shows for myself, and it was a wonderful time, you know.
Did you enjoy working for yourself? Even though when you're developing shows, you're not really working for yourself, but you are. You're directing what you want to do.
Correct. Well, I was working for a production company who then developed the lead producer of the production company was my manager and also Gregory Harrison's manager. And so he found this property called The Wrong Box and got the rights from Warner Brothers, and Larry Gelbart, who wrote MASH. Yeah, I mean, just a hysterical, wonderful writer. And we tried out the piece. It worked. It was great. And then something happened. Something got in the way. Frank had to go to Mexico or something. We were shooting films down there. And everybody was afraid to leave it in anybody else's hands, and it just sort of never went anywhere. But it's still a hysterical, great movie. Tony Pappenfuss, I don't know if you remember him from Bob Newhart's show.
Oh, yeah.
The two brothers had the same name. What was it? Brian and Brian? Or something. Daryl and Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl and Daryl.
He was in it and created this incredible character. So I keep thinking we should go back and look at that again. But now, of course, Larry Gelbhardt's gone, and someday, maybe someday.
So now, what have you enjoyed most? Did you enjoy being live on Broadway? Do you enjoy being behind the scenes more, developing, creating things for other people?
I certainly like being in the limelight. You know, I like being center stage, and that was great fun. But it's also, learning other parts of the business. I mean, when you're in theater, and particularly smaller theaters like this, you kind of have to do almost anything and everything that needs to be done. When I was running that theater in West Hollywood, which was, again, a part of the production company, yeah, sometimes you had to clean the toilets. I mean, it's just, that's the way it goes. But finding talent for, revivals, because we did a revival of so many things, Women Behind Bars, and there's one about, it takes place at a boys' school, and there's like the boys get murdered. Anyway, it's just, we did a revival of Bent, but finding those actors, and of course out in Los Angeles, you have a lot of film and television actors who want to, keep their talents going and keep active in the acting biz, not just going to classes. And so they were always looking for roles, and so we had some big people doing small little theaters, 99-seat theaters.
Well, that's just part of the thing that moves, I think, what makes theater so great, is there's so many different ways it can be presented. Small, medium, large, pieces that nobody's ever heard of, that you initially develop that become something great. But did you ever have anything like when you were Joseph happen to you again, where you were that center stage?
That on Broadway, and that kind of Tony nomination and all that stuff? No, it never happened again. It's like, when I grew tired of the rigmarole of New York and the gruffness, of course that was, back in the 80s. Now it's a little bit nicer now than it was then. Late 70s and the 80s, it was still kind of a tricky place.
Oh, it was a tough place.
Yeah. And so I said, I think I just need to get out of New York because it's making me angry. It's making me not the person that I was. And I said to myself, you got here once before, you'll make it again. Well, it didn't happen.
But still, that's part of the journey. I know myself, I started off in radio and I did everything. I did midnight shifts, I did midday shifts, I did overnight, I did traffic reports, and I did everything I could to keep working. And I kept working in all different aspects, and eventually, 30-some years later, I found a partner, and we started just a string of radio stations because it's what I like to do.
Correct.
And now I enjoy being behind the scenes, putting everything together with my partner and putting out a broad thing. But I think the journey that we take, and it's probably the same as you, it's just part of your everyday life what you do. It's not like you're going to a job.
Correct. Particularly, yes, when you're running a theater, like I said, it all falls on you. If somebody doesn't do it, you're doing it.
You have a favorite scene in Joseph?
Oh yeah, I know it's a minor sort of thing, but it is. one of my favorite moments in the entire piece is when I'm reunited with the brothers. And, you know, when I reveal myself to them that I am their long-lost brother, who they probably thought was dead. And then from that point on, where the father comes back and the whole family is reunited, it's glorious. It just brings tears to my eyes.
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is running at the Sharon Playhouse, SharonPlayhouse.org or 860-364-7469. You've been listening to the original, the original Joseph from Broadway. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello to us.
You're very welcome.
Underwriting support from 20 Railroad Public House, Great Barrington, providing local and seasonally inspired pub fare using antibiotic and added hormone-free meats, local produce, craft beer, cocktails, and wine. 20railroad.com. 32 minutes past the hour on Robin Hood Radio.
Here is your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. This afternoon, sunny skies will continue, upper 70s. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, upper 50s. Monday, we're mostly sunny, low 80s. Monday night, we'll have some increasing clouds, mid 60s. And Tuesday, will be mostly cloudy with some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, near 80. Wednesday, mix of sun and clouds, near 80. I'm meteorologist Jeff Roberts for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 73 degrees.
Take off your clothes and slip under the sheets. Then I turn and kick the boots off my feet. Hey, I pull your clothes without a word, 'cause there's no need to speak. Girl, beauty like yours is hard to beat. But I'll be gone in the morning, I'll be gone. 'Cause I'm not one for hanging on. Hey, please don't think you done something wrong. In the morning when you wake, find me gone.
Robin Hood Radio, Dwight Yoakam with I'll Be Gone. In just a few minutes, our final interview that we did last night at the Sharon Playhouse, we spoke with the lighting designer, Jamie Roderick. And I've known Jamie's family for a long time. And the last time I saw Jamie, I could hold him in my hands. He was just a little baby. It was nice to see him last night. He has got a successful business going on, and he does the lighting design. So that'll be coming up in a few minutes here on Sunday in the Country on Robin Hood Radio.
My little girl met a new friend just the other day on the playground at school, between the tires and the swing. But she came home with tear-filled eyes, and she said, 'cause I didn't know how much my little girl had been hurt, or the things she had seen. I wasn't ready when I said, you can tell me. And she said, listen, lies to the classroom. Listen, lies every day at school. Listen, lies to the teachers as she tries to cover every bruise. My little girl laid her head down that night to go to sleep. As I stepped out the room, I heard her say a prayer so soft and sweet. God bless my mom and my dad and my new friend Alyssa. Oh, I know she needs you bad, because Alyssa lies to the classroom. Alyssa lies every day at school. Alyssa lies to the teachers as she tries to cover every bruise. I had the worst night of sleep in years as I tried to think of ways to calm her fears. I knew exactly what I had to do, but when we got to school on Monday, I heard the news. My little girl asked me why everybody looked so sad. The lump in my throat grew bigger with every question that she asked, until I felt the tears run down my face. And I told her that Alyssa wouldn't be at school today, 'cause she doesn't like in the classroom. She doesn't like anymore at school. Alyssa lies with Jesus, because there's nothing that anyone would do. Tears fill my eyes when my little girl asked me why. Alyssa lies. Oh daddy, tell me why. Alyssa lies.
Now, this Sunday morning is flying by here on Robin Hood Radio. Marshall Miles with you up until 12 noon. Of course, I'll be back Monday through Friday from 6 until 9 with The Breakfast Club with Jill Goodman here on Robin Hood Radio. Underwriting support from Sharon Hospital. Your birthing experience is personalized to your needs. Spacious, private suites provide a comfortable and memorable experience for your family. Visit healthquest.org/Sharon Hospital Birthing. Underwriting support from Shire 936 Production featuring Grillsdale 2019 Flame On. Their fourth year, Saturday, August 24th, 7 to 11. Roloff Jansen Park at Hillsdale. Local chefs, local food, local libations, and live music. The best restaurants, chefs, and purveyors in the area. On the web, grillsdale.com. The Robin Hood Radio Network. You might say to yourself, what is the Robin Hood Radio Network? Well, it's a combination of radio stations put together so everybody in the tri-state area can listen to Robin Hood Radio. which is WHDD, AM 1020 and FM 91.9, the smallest NPR station in the nation. In Northwest Connecticut, of course, AM 1020 and also FM 91.9. In the South County area of Massachusetts, AM 1020 WHDD and WBSL FM 91.7. Now, when you travel the Route 7 corridor from Mohawk Mountain down to Kent, Connecticut, you can listen to Robin Hood Radio on FM 97.5 FM. And when you travel the Route 22 corridor from Millerton, New York down to Pauling, well, then it's FM 97.5 FM once again for WHDD. In New York State, Eastern Ulster, Eastern Windham County, it's WLHV FM 88.1. In South Greene County, in all of Columbia County, and Northern Dutchess County, it's WLHV FM 88.1. There you go. That's the course, that's the primer, that's the information. Robin Hood Radio is on the Robin Hood Radio Network, and the Robin Hood Radio Network can be heard throughout the tri-state region in New York, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. On WHDD, it's 42 past the hour.
Here is your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. This afternoon, sunny skies will continue, upper 70s. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, upper 50s. Monday, we're mostly sunny, low 80s. Monday night, we'll have some increasing clouds, mid 60s. And Tuesday, will be mostly cloudy with some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, near 80. Wednesday, mix of sun and clouds, near 80. I'm meteorologist Jeff Roberts for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 73 degrees. I'm back at the Sharon Playhouse, and what we are looking at the Sharon Playhouse tonight is the fact that Joseph the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is opening up. And right now we have someone who I didn't even recognize him because last time I saw him, he was just a little kid. That's Jimmy Roderick. And that's, of course, Ray, and then, of course, Sarah. And you're involved in Broadway yourself.
Yeah, I've spent some years working on Broadway and working as a lighting designer all over the country, and I still keep ending up at my sort of home away from home, which is here at the Sharon Playhouse.
So, I mean, was it a natural progression for you to get into the theater business just because your mom and dad?
Yeah, very much so, yes. Although none of my family are designers and do exactly what I do, it was where I found myself the most and really learned about the sort of the theater business, and lighting became the thing I was most attracted to and fell into at a very young age and just stuck with.
What's interesting is when I was growing up as a kid, my father was a comedian, and we always traveled around with him to all these, the Fountain Blue out in Las Vegas and everything. And for me, it was just one step when I was in high school to start working in broadcasting. And I mean, I couldn't do what my dad did because he was really terrific at what he did, but I knew I wanted to entertain people, so I got into radio. So now you got into the lighting aspect, and I've been talking to people about the shows. It really is amazing what goes on when you sit down and you watch what goes out on stage between the sound engineering and the lighting and the sets. Really is it's a spectacular sight.
Yeah, and sort of what is similar to a lot of summer theater around the country, we have a very, very fast changeover. In less than a week, we close one show and get the next one up, and that's really because of the amazing crew we have here, a great, dedicated, and young staff that work like crazy to sort of make our artistic visions come to life, but they're the ones doing the hard labor to make it happen in a very short amount of time.
Now, do you sit down when the show is, when you sit down with the director of the show and you present what you believe is the best lighting plan for that, or is it a real collaborative effort?
It's a real collaborative effort. On most shows, my work starts well before we ever get into the theater, just sort of talking conceptually about what the feel of the show is, how it wants to look, and then I eventually sit down at a computer and kind of do very technical plans about where lights are going and how they're being colored, and then it's not till that all ends up in the air and we get into the theater, and that's when I start to play. I start to paint the picture on stage, but even then there's a lot of collaboration, not just with the director who's going to throw out opinions too, and then I have to make those things come to life, but the whole team is often talking and making the whole vision and world of a show visualize.
Now, do you find it a curse doing what you do? Because I imagine if you go to see a show, just go to see a show, you're going to sit there like I do. If I go, I'm listening to somebody on the radio, I immediately start critiquing who I'm listening to in my own mind. Does that happen to you?
Absolutely. It's actually, you're very hard pressed to get me to the theater or even a movie theater. You know, I spend 16 hours a day usually in a room with no windows. So anytime I can not be in a room with no windows, I try to get out there. But it's important to see other work, but definitely, you know, I've seen behind the curtain. I know how all the nuts and bolts go together. So it's not the same magical experience it was, but I absolutely love that I've taken this path and this career path and what I do and making that magic come alive for other people.
Now, is it as hard for somebody like you to get involved in the technical end as it is for people that just, okay, I want to be an actor, I want to be on stage? Is it hard to get that break? And once you do get that break, do other breaks follow on that? Is that the way it works?
Yeah, very much so. I think it is very tough to get in because although there's probably less people competing for design positions than there are actors competing for roles, there are only, you know, one designer per show, and you've got, you know, sometimes 30 actors in a show. So there's less of us competing, but there's definitely less spots available. But luckily, lighting is one of those things that also transfers over to all sorts of industries outside of theater. Now you've got sort of architainment, you know, architectural lighting that's very jazzy. You've got concerts and music industry. So there's a lot of other paths from the technical side of theater that aren't just theater specifically.
Which is your favorite?
I love musical theater. Okay. I like primarily musical theater, and then if plays that are a little bit further out of the box is sort of what I specialize in.
Now, do you have to travel a lot to keep employed, or I mean, across the country, or do you basically stay in one section of the country?
I would say that half of my work is in New York City, and half of my work is somewhere in the world. I've done shows in London. I've done shows all over the Northeast and East Coast. I was just in California doing a sort of concert/theater crossover event in a winery. You know, I travel like crazy for work.
Now, do you, this is going to be a strange question probably, but it comes just because wherever I go with my sound equipment, and nowadays digital has made it so simple where I used to come with a band and now I have backup battery power and I go right to the station with something small like this. Do you purchase your own equipment, or is it for you, like you see what you have to do in a show and then you go out and you job it out and you get everything you need and get it there and then train everybody from that point?
Yeah, it's very much a bidding process. That's a huge part of sort of the pre-production stage. Now, a theater like this, I come in and we have most of our equipment, and then maybe for some specific stuff we'll rent out. If I'm doing a big commercial project, that none of that equipment is owned, and there's a bidding process to the rental shops, and whoever sort of can best fit the bid for that show, we get the equipment from it. It all comes in fresh.
So you're going to be doing Joseph, Chasing for the Full Run, and then Nonsense is yours as well?
Nonsense is next, yeah. And I just finished Beauty here as well. So it's been a fun season.
Well, between Beauty and the Beast and Crazy for You, I mean, they were two spectacular lit shows.
Yeah, my very good friend Zach did Crazy for You because I was on another job. But luckily I got him up here, and then Beauty was a different animal, very different style of musical, and now Joseph is more like a rock concert. So lots of sort of different variety of aesthetic visual looks, which has been fun for the season.
Oh, it's nice seeing you now that you've all grown up. Say hello to I see your mom all the time. I don't see your dad that much. Say hello to him for me.
Absolutely, will do.
Tell him I'm still mad at him for getting me involved in singing on stage.
Okay, I'll be sure to pass it along.
Computer man says it's the end of time. December 31st, 1999. Buying up army surplus things, afraid of what the new year will bring. I live back
in the woods, you see. Y2K don't mean a thing to me. I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive. A country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. I can fly a field all day long. I can catch catfish from dusk till dawn. Make our own whiskey and our own smoke too. Ain't too many things these old boys can't do, including Josephus. We grow good old tomatoes and a homemade wine. A country boy can survive. Country boys can survive. Country can't stop us out and you can't make us run. We'll survive the new millennium. We sing grace and we sing ma'am. If you ain't into that, we don't give a damn. We came from the West Virginia coal mines and the Rocky Mountains and the western skies. If the bank machines crash, we'll be just fine, 'cause a country boy can survive. Country boys can survive.
I had a good friend in New York City. Never call me Bocephus, call me Hillbilly. But he was killed by a man with a switchblade knife. For $43, my friend lost his life. Now this dude's gonna get out in a year or two, 'cause the system don't work for me and you, but a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive.
Country can't stop us out and you can't make us run. We'll survive the new millennium.
We say grace and we say ma'am. If you ain't into that, don't give a damn.
We're from North Carolina and South Alabama, and little towns all around this land. If the bank machines crash, we'll be just fine, and the country boy can survive. Country folks can survive.
Country boy can survive. Country boys can
Well, we've managed to do it. We've managed to get through another Sunday together here on Sunday in the Country on Robin Hood Radio and the Robin Hood Radio Network. I'm Marshall Miles. I'll be back next Sunday here on Robin Hood Radio, but you can also catch me beginning tomorrow at 6 a.m. on The Breakfast Club. Have a great weekend.
Honey, why you calling me so late? It's kind of hard to talk right now.